Two stories for Shabbos. It's been a long time, but we're ready with an awesome story. There was a man. He lived in Krakow, a city in Poland, and his name was Isaac. Isaac had a dream one night. He had a dream that he was traveling to a faraway land called Prague, a beautiful city, not too close, not too far, but a long journey away from Krakow. And in Prague, he saw the palace of the king. And across from the palace of the king, he saw a bridge. And he was digging under the bridge in his dream, and he found a treasure. So when you have a dream like that one night, what do? You wake up and you go along with your day. Everybody has weird dreams sometimes. But what about when the second night in a row, you have the same exact dream? Now he was starting to get a little suspicious. Why am I having the same exact dream 2 nights in a row? And what about when it happens a third, fourth, and fifth time? Every single night that week, you have the same exact dream that Isaac traveled, that Isaac traveled from Krakow to Prague, and he was digging under the bridge across from the king's palace, and he found a treasure. And he decided, if I have this dream every single night this week, I have to go to Prague. And see? So he told his wife, I think maybe she thought he was a little bit crazy, but he said, I'm going to Prague, and I'm going to go under the bridge of the king and find the treasure from my dream. So he traveled. It took, how long? A couple days for him to get from Krakow to Prague. He took off from work. He left his family. This was going to be a whole long journey. It was going to take him a week back and forth. He was going to see if he could find the treasure under the bridge, of course, in the king's palace. The problem is when he got there and he saw the palace and he saw the bridge, what else was there? All of the king's guards. You can't just walk up to the king's palace and start digging right by his palace, right under the royal bridge. So now he doesn't know what to do. Grab Ellie. Now he doesn't know what to do because he traveled all this way and he's there with his shovel, but he can't even dig. So he decides, you know what? Maybe I'll come back out at night and I'll see. Maybe the guards won't be there. Maybe in the dark I can go and dig a little. So he wakes up late at night and he looks over the bridge. But what did he see? The guards were still there because the king's guards stay awake all night, 24 hours, making sure that the palace and the bridge are protected. Now what's he going to do? He came all the way to Prague and he can't dig for the treasure. So he figures, I'll give it one last chance, and tomorrow I'll just walk around. I'll see. Maybe one of the guards is a little bit lazy. Maybe he's not paying such good attention. Maybe I'll have a minute where I can quickly go into the bridge and dig a little. And he's kind of scouting it out. He's looking around. And finally, one of the guards comes over to him and says, Sir, what are you doing here? I've noticed you've been here for the past couple of days. You keep looking around. It looks like you're looking for something. Can I help you? What are you trying to do? And the man says, well, it's going to sound crazy, but I had a dream. I had the same dream every single night for a week that I was supposed to dig under the bridge across from the king's palace in Prague, and I would find a treasure. And the guard says, ha ha ha, you silly man, you fool. You listen to your dreams. You traveled far to get here just because you had a dream. And he calls over the other guards to laugh at him and to mock him. Look at this silly guy who listened to his dreams. He said, if I listened to all my dreams, I would do all kinds of crazy things. In fact, last night, I had a dream that there was some guy named Isaac who lived in Krakow who started digging under his oven and he found a treasure. Am I going to go to Krakow to try to find a guy named Isaac and dig under his oven to find a treasure? That would be ridiculous. And Isaac, from Krakow, realizes, I think I know where the treasure is now. And he says, thank you so much. I'm so silly. Why did I do this? I'll go back home. So he leaves Prague and he travels a couple days back home, and he gets home and he walks into his house and his wife says, did you bring the treasure? Where is it? And he says, honey, I thought the treasure was so far away in Prague. I think the treasure is right here in our home. And he goes into his house and he moves over the oven and he digs with his shovel, and after digging for just a few minutes, he sees a big box, a treasure chest full of jewels and money. And Isaac and his family are wealthy. And Isaac and his wife realize that sometimes in life, we think that the treasure is in some faraway land. If only I lived over there, or if only I had that, if only I had this job, if only I was in that place, then I would have everything I need. When really, usually, the treasure is sitting there in your home, just waiting for you to pick it up. Really, the treasure is your family. Really, the treasure is your husband or wife. Really, the treasure is your community and your shul. You don't need to search faraway lands. Really, the treasure is in your heart and in your neshama. Isaac found the treasure in his kitchen. And in fact, Some say there's a big famous shul that still exists in Krakow today that people call the Isaac Synagogue because the one who paid for it, his first name was Isaac. And some say he paid for it with the treasure that he found under his oven. Whether that part of the story is true, I don't know for sure. But what I do know for sure is that if you're looking for a treasure, the first place that you should look is not in some faraway land, but in your own house. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos.